Hey up everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can transform your car security in 2021 to make sure your car doesn't go missing. So let's talk about car security then. I don't know if it's just me, but I've seen a hell of a lot of cars going missing over the last 6 months, and it just seems like thieves are trying to get their hands on absolutely everything and anything they can. Obviously some makes and models of cars are targeted more than others, but in a lot of these cases the owners haven't put any additional security onto the cars, and instead they just rely on the security that comes from factory, which, let's be honest, is a little bit lackluster. There are some really simple and in some cases cheap ways to keep your pride and joy all to yourself, and I'm going to be running through some of them options today. You will find a list of everything that we speak about down in the description box, and if you do find it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you considered subscribing to the channel, leaving a like on the video, and letting us know what security works for you down in the comments box. The first thing that we're going to speak about today is possibly the simplest and cheapest way to secure your car, and that is with a Faraday pouch. Now, thieves have been known to use signal boosters in order to pick up keyless car frequencies to trick your car into thinking that the key is near it, when in reality it could be on the table, it could be on a bag, or it could be by your bedside. Now, what this allows the thieves to do is to get into your car with no sound, no trace, and extremely easy. I've definitely seen the videos, and you've probably seen the videos on the internet as well, where some cars have been taken in this manner in under 30 seconds. But luckily for you, the Faraday pouch will stop that. You can pick these up on Amazon or eBay for between £5 and £15, depending on how many you want, and also if you're particular about a brand or not. Now, all you need to do to secure your car is to put your key into this bag, close it up like that, and you will not be able to unlock, lock, or do anything with your car while the key is in this bag. It is seriously the simplest way to protect your car, and if you do have a keyless car, whether it be keyless start or keyless entry, I'd highly recommend picking up some Faraday pouches. The second thing that we're going to speak about today are steering locks. Now, steering locks are incredibly popular when it comes to car security, and you can definitely see why. This one in my hand is a StopLock Pro. I've been using one of these for approximately 5 years now. But I also want to note that the Disklok is another very viable option as well. Now, these operate very simply. You put a key into there, it unlocks this part of the StopLock, you feed it through your steering wheel, clamp this over your steering wheel as well, lock it up, and then job done, it's all connected. The Disklok is a little bit different, it's a bit bulkier than this, it's designed to go around the entirety of your steering wheel, so it adds a little more visual presence. Now, I've never actually relied on a stop lock, a Disklok, or any steering lock for that matter, in order to stop my car from being stolen. These, for me, are best as a visual deterrent. Of course, thieves can get through them if they really want to, and a lot of people will say, well, if they want to steal your car, then they will do regardless of what security you have on it, but a steering lock is a great visual deterrent for thieves. Now, this StopLock Pro will set you back approximately between £50 and £60. Again, there will be links down in the description for you to go and pick one up. The Disklok is a little bit more expensive at around £120, but you are paying for the extra material and the extra security as well. The StopLock Pro and the Disklok all feature heavily on top 5 steering locks many times, year after year as well, so there must be something about these that people really like. In my eyes, having a Faraday pouch and having a steering lock as well are two ways that you can really bump up your car security for less than £60 if you were to get one of these, and less than £130 if you were to get a Disklok as well. So the third option that we're going to speak about is OBD relocation. Now, OBD relocation isn't talked about all that much, and it's simply because some makes and models benefit from it more than others. For example, in the Ford community, OBD relocation is very popular because that's one of the main ways that thieves can steal their cars. Without going into too much detail, the OBD port connects to your ECU and provides as much data as you can possibly imagine about your car. And some thieves can use this data to replicate a key, they can use it to start the car, and again, with no fuss, no noise, or no hassle. OBD relocation can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. You can move the original OBD port into the glove box, into an armrest, or if you really want, into the boot. This can take anything from between 30 minutes to a couple of hours. It could even be a full day job, depending on how complex you want to make it. And the only other option you've got with that is to get an OBD extension, which prevents the transfer of data and still allows you to move your original OBD port somewhere else in the car. And when you consider that these first three options that I've given you can all be had for under £150, it allows you to start layering the security in order to reduce the chance of somebody stealing your car. Now, aftermarket immobilisers tend to split people down 50-50. Some people really like them, some people really hate them, and I'm not going to be getting into a debate about that. So if you want to have a look, go do your own reading on these particular products and what the reviews say for themselves. When I talk about aftermarket immobilisers, I mean something like Autowatch Ghost 2, which is now insurance approved, Pandora, Clifford's Viper, and other things such as that. These three products have a huge chunk of the market, and they all have their own intricacies, all their own benefits, advantages and features as well. For example, with the Autowatch Ghost, once it is installed, the owner of the car has a chance to set up a PIN code. Now, this PIN code is comprised of buttons on your steering wheel, on your radio, or it could even be your window controls. Now, when you jump into the car, you need to enter your specified code in order for the car to start. Otherwise, there will be no power whatsoever and the car will not move. Other features with some other products include vibration detection, so if somebody's trying your door handle or trying to tow your car away. Now, some of these products offer anti-hijacking features and remote immobilisation, so they can be really nifty if you do get carjacked at some traffic lights, for example. Now, aftermarket immobilisers can run you a cost of between £150 for the bottom end of the market, quite simple but still effective products, all the way up to over £500, depending on the features you want, the complexity, and of course the time to install and the price of the product. Some people opt for having only an aftermarket immobiliser rather than things like steering locks or Faraday pouches, and some people just layer them up just to reduce the chances as well. The fifth and final thing that we're going to speak about is house security. Now, house security is often overlooked when it comes to car security because not many people think it's linked. But thieves often scout up and down streets looking for easy targets, and if they spot something like a driveway post or a Ring doorbell or CCTV, it can put them off from even attempting to get your car. The first thing that we're going to speak about are Ring doorbells. Ring doorbells are smart doorbells that you can link up to an app on your phone. They feature speakers, lights, microphones, cameras, and you can monitor this from anywhere in the world, and you can look at exactly what's going on outside of your house. Now, a little while ago now, I saw a post on Facebook from somebody who had one of these Ring doorbells, who saw people sneaking around their house in the middle of the night. Now, they put the light on their camera, they started speaking to them, and it spooked the thieves. Now, aside from the comedic value of seeing all these people running down the street after they'd been caught, it does genuinely offer a visual deterrent and a physical one in some cases if you manage to catch them in the act. The second thing that we're going to speak about is general CCTV. Now, this can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. You can go outside to B&Q and buy one singular camera to look over your driveway or maybe the street in front of your house, and maybe that will be enough to put thieves off. Or if you want a full, complete system, you can pay thousands and thousands of pounds to get really, really tricked up. The fact of the matter is that CCTV can pose as a huge visual deterrent to a lot of thieves, and it just makes sure that your house is safe. Whether it's somebody coming to steal your car or try to break into your property, CCTV is one of those things that I couldn't live without. The last thing that I want to cover in today's video is specific to those people who have drives, but not drives big enough to get gates on them. And that is collapsible bollards, driveway posts, whatever you want to call them. They can be manual, you can put them down yourself, they can flip down, you can drive over them, or they can be electric. And it all depends on what your budget is. Arguably, one of the best ways to prevent somebody from taking your car is to put something physical in front of it. Now, if you've got a driveway that can fit a car and a half, I'd recommend putting 2 down, and you can either do this DIY, or I would recommend getting in touch with a local contractor or a local driveway specialist who could do the work for you. Collapsible driveway posts or driveway bollards are a great way to prevent car thefts. Even if you don't do any of the other things I've spoken about today, if they physically can't get the car out of your drive, your car won't be going anywhere. So there we have it, 5 ways you can transform your car security in 2021. Whatever your reasons, whatever your budget is, there are ways and means for you to protect your car. Now I'm interested in finding out what your thoughts are down in the comments based on the suggestions that I've mentioned today, and also things that have worked for you at the moment or in the past as well. If you have found this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you could hit that like button, comment down below your suggestions, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.